Hi guys, it's Lois with Lois Keepsakes and Creation. Thank you guys for being here, first off. And second, I've got a project share. I am deconstructing this spine for a larger spine. Now this is using Stack the Deck binding. I had this size for the spine, and my book was gator mouth. That means it was bigger in the opening than it was inside the spine. So in the project share that I'm going to share with you guys, I will show you how I came to this, where it was now a bigger spine, and all my signatures have plenty of room now. So I'm super excited. And in the video, I'll show you where it's all squished up and everything was just a big old hot mess inside that spine. But now I've got it all figured out. So stick around and I'll show you guys how to do it. Welcome to my channel. It's Lois with Lois Keepsakes and Creation. I hope everybody is doing well, loving this weather. Oh, it's so gorgeous outside. So anyway, I've got a project share with you guys. So if it works out, then that means I'll be posting it. But I figured I would turn on the camera to show you something that I want to finish this journal. So this is kind of like my, as you want to say, my dump journal. So like brain dump, you know what I'm saying? So when I see something that I really like, I come to this journal and then I create a page. So anyway, with that being said, this is the cover that's supposed to go on it. I've still not finished the booklet that needs to go in here. Let's see. Here it is right here. This is the booklet that's supposed to go in. And I'm going to do some journal pages in it. And it's just going to simply just sit inside here, and then this will be attached with double-sided tape and glue on there. But I did not do my cover because I was disappointed with this book because I didn't make the spine big enough. So now I've got like this huge gator mouth. And if you can see, all my stack, the binding is twisted up, and I mean, it's not laying correctly, and that's because I've got it so far out here. And that's what it looks like from this side. So it's pretty big. I've made this journal out of vanilla file folders. So, and they're pretty much, each one of them is vanilla file folder. So, I did do some work in it, and, yeah, so I winded up noticing that it was way too big. So, I need to deconstruct my spine, my Stack the Deck spine. So, what I did is, before I turned the camera on, I was messing around with it. And I winded up getting this part out. And this was a bunch of pages that were as considered a signature. So I pulled them out carefully, and I now still have the flap, my attached spine flap. So it's in good shape. It's still good. But I may not use them because I think what I need to do is cut my book and release the spine and then recover the whole thing once I get the bigger spine in, if that makes sense. So unfortunately, I was like, there's nothing I can do other than reconstruct it. So I was just kind of picking around, and I can see right here that my spine is going to release from my book. Let me get me a tool. So if this works out, then the video will get posted. So this is what we got to do, right? That's what crafting is all about. See, there it goes. Come on. Just a little bit. Come on. I got that down. Good. Now I'm not worried about the paper on the spine because I'm not going to keep the spine. So let's start back over here. Let's see if we can get it to release from this side. Don't know if I can. It's a short tab. Come on. Alright, wait a minute. So let's just grab the whole thing. There we go. Okay. Now we got it. Okay. So now that these are all out, let's put this aside because I know that I'm just going to go ahead and cut that and redo it somehow. Now, my front page is already done here, but I have to attach a spine. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that right there. So we'll have to see. Maybe I might, if my spine paper is put in right here, I think it'll be okay. So, but we'll see. We'll see. So now we have all of these pages. So I took these out. I'll move my cover over there. Okay, so this is what we got. Alright, let me get my knife. No, I'm gonna need that. Alright, so I want to cut this away. Just like that. Alright, so now if you can see, this is one signature and it has, let's count the pages. So it has 1 page, 2 page, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I'm thinking that the 6 is too much, so I need to take back out 3. And that's going to be right here. So I was playing around with it and it comes right off. So now I have 3 and I think I'm going to stick with that for each signature. So we'll put these all together because these are all plain pages. Alright, so let's get this one out. And we are going to cut it right along there. Be careful, don't cut your fingers. Us crafters have dangerous jobs. Okay, get this off. Okay. Alright. I hope everybody's enjoying their summer. Okay, so this is one signature, so this has to be cut away. So, I'll just... all that garbage. Look how thick all that stuff was. What a boo-boo, huh? But that's okay, because I really do think there's a simple fix. Because I don't want to ruin this journal. This journal is really gorgeous. And I like how I used up vanilla folders. So let me get my scissors and see if I can get closer to the edge. Let's see. Alright. I need to cut off as much as I can, because the signature will be rebuilt and we need these tabs. Okay. Much better. Alright, so I said I was going to stick with 3 signatures per one, so let's see what happened here. So I have 1 page, 2, 3. So this needs to be broken in half. Just like that. That dinging noise was my soda. I guess I better move it. Okay, so now this one has 1, 2, and 3. So there's 1 signature. And then this one is 1, 2, 3 as well. So this is 1 signature. Okay, this one we didn't break apart yet. So we have 1 page, 2, and then this one's 3. And that is disappointing. But, well, okay, so I'll just take these off. So, this signature will be just a little bit more pages. And that's because I've already finished them. So, alright, so there's that signature. These we don't need. And then now we have this one. And this one is 3 as well. So, okay. So now I need to cut this one. Let me cut the edge off of this one. If I can cut straight. I'm trying to cut through all this material. Sorry, I'm out of frame. Come on. I probably should have used my blade for that, but that is what it is. I'll fix it. Okay, so now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 signatures. Alright, so my theory was that if I were to add any more things to it, then this is the time when I want to measure how tall I want my spine. So say for instance, there was paper like this, not like this, but in various sizes. I would add it to my book, so that way if I wanted to add this much ephemera or paper or whatever the thickness of it, I would place it on the journal, and then I would measure what my spine should be. And I'm thinking about that I probably want to make like a 3.5 inch spine, maybe. So let's see what it measures up to be. 3 right there. So, well, this is like 3 1/4. So I was thinking, you know, maybe 4, but being with 3 1/4, I could always go 3 3/4. So, and then I could just have the gaps, which is, so this would have to be a 4 inch spine. And then these the signatures would be evenly placed within this 4 inch spine. So that way there wouldn't be a bunch of crookedness, and they've got their room to grow, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, so I think that's what we're gonna do. So, let me clean up these edges a little bit more. I wanna get the knife on them, like this one right here, and clean it up. Let me get my pad. Let me get my cutting pad. I can't put a knife in there, so let's see. I can't get the scissors in there because it's so thick. This will be kind of interesting. I'm just flying off of the whim of trying to figure out how I need to expand my spine with stack the deck tabs. So, as they would say that. So, it's stacking your signatures is what it is. So, we're going to see if we can get it fixed. Okay, so this one was okay. Alright, so put these aside, and then I'm going to bring back out my book, or the hardcover. Alright, here we go. That one's done. And that one's done. There it is. No good. Alright, so what I need to do now is I need to go get some chipboard that I'm going to be using with inside this. So see, let's say, where's my mat's upside down? Alright, so see, if I put my one side, which is right there, and then I would count over 4, that's how big the spine would be. And it kind of scares me a little bit because that is really big. It's really big. And 3 inches is not going to cut it because we only had 2.5. So maybe 3.5. Do you think I should go with that? That would be a bigger spine. 3.5, and then divide my 4 spines within here. So we're going to make new attached tabs from the spine, and then these are going to go back onto our tabs that we build from the spine. So these will be glued back together, and then we'll be good to go. We'll be like golden. So see, lots more room, so that's what I'll go with. I'll just go with a 3.5 inch spine and recover. They're dirty anyway, so, and some of them got water spots on them, but recover these, and then when we get to the inside we'll see what I'm gonna do about this side already being finished. Okay, so alright, let me go get my chipboard and the paper that I want to cover it with, and I'll meet you back here in 2 seconds. Oh, okay, so I am back, and I made a new spine. This was the old one that we cut out. So what I've done here is I made a bigger spine, and then I wrapped it, and then after I wrapped it, I then put on the tie-back to reinforce my spine on the outside, so it has lots of protection so the paper doesn't tear. So, and I made myself a bigger spine. What I winded up doing was I kept the 1/4 inch tabs, but I widened the inside to be, I think it was, what was it, 6/8? I think it was 6/8 is the spacing in between. And that's just going to sit on here just like this. But first we've got to put on our panels for the outside. So I've done nothing different to them, just from when I cut them is all. So they're just like this. So we're going to take the tape off here, the tape backing, the double-sided tape backing. We're going to take it off. I need to take this one off first. Hang on, I got a piece of tape over the top of everything else. Hang on. Let's pull this out first. Okay. And get my bone folder over here. Let me press this back down. Okay. Let's see. From this side. Alright, so, and then this one. There we go. Alright, now I'm going to add just a little bit of glue. The only reason why is because I know that the tape is not strong enough as it can be, I guess, but me, I like to take a little insurance and put some glue on mine. So that way I have at least a, you know, a minute time to move these around, these panels, just in case. So put those there. And this one was the back. It flips up. Now I'm going to space these right like this. And then I'm going to place it on just like that. Well, let me see if I've got, if I wind it up getting straight. Just a little bit off. Let's see if I can get it straight again. Right there. Right there. Let me check. Make sure. Let me put this back in there. Hang on. Everything is like, I'm all thumbs today. I don't know why, but I am. Alright. Alright. There. There we go. So, that's nice and even. I like it. I like it. Make sure we burnish real good. Get that glue to come all the way to the edges. So that way you know you're making good contact. Let me clean up the glue that's oozing out just a little bit. Uh-oh, there goes my cap. And then my cat's seen it. Alright. Now for the second page, like I said, if you're seeing this, then this means that me making my spine bigger worked out for me. So now this is a situation that may not work out for you, but it will for me. Okay, there we go. So removing the tape backing. Okay. And then add just a little bit of glue. Now, me doing this to my spine may not work out something for you. It's just, I'm giving you, I guess, a little tip that yes, you can replace your spine if you find that your spine is too small. But I would suggest you catch it as immediately that your spine is going to be too small. Unlike me. I'm trying to turn this sideways. Okay. So I want to make sure that my book, or my mini album, has just enough space to do the flipping. There we go. Take this out. And then clean up any excessive glue. Okay. I'll get my little tool here. Try and clean up all the glue. Alright. Okay. So there we go. Alright, so that's together. Alright, let me flip it over so I can make sure I get good contact on this piece of paper. There we go. Look at there. Now we have our added spine. Okay, so now as I was reconstructing this, I couldn't go very far with the paper, is only because it was appending to the pocket here that I have right here. So but I figured these aren't put together yet still, so those are my bands that go right there. So so what I was thinking is this is just going to cover up this much and I should be good to go. So with that being said, this is scary. Alright, so here we go. I am going to take the backing off of this, and then we're going to place it on top of this and make sure I'm making sure this is tie back too as well, so it's got tie back on the back of it. And if you don't know what tie back is something that they wrap their houses with. You can't tear it. So, but in our world, tie back is, you know, kind of essential for us to build our spines. So they do come in handy when it comes to that, because, you know, books do get their wear and tear. And when we build these beautiful books, we want to make sure that they're going to last forever. Forever, right? Well, not everything's, you know, lasts forever. Okay, let's go ahead and pull these tapes off. So if you've got like where you run into your situation where like, okay, I've got a gator mouth book. So now what do? I either gonna stop it from building and I'm gonna turn around and walk away from it, or I can easily just fix it and keep on going with making my book. So like I said, this was like I just put that piece of paper in my coffee. But what was I saying? That distracted me. So every situation in building a spine, you have your ways and I have my ways, and you know, we do them all differently. I don't really think that any spine is one of the same as any other builders. So let me sit down in my chair so I can get this right. Alright, so I'm going to put my glue on, and I think I'm going to put it all over. So just carefully place your glue up along those edges. Not too much, because you don't want a bunch of glue seeping out, like me. Then once we get this placed, we'll be able to put our fins back on, our signatures. Alright, here we go. I'm watching the bottom, so I want to make sure I get right on the edge. I did not leave myself enough paper to make this work out, but that's okay. That's okay. Alright, that looks like it's it. So let's do some smashing. You know, like I was saying though, not everybody's spines are all the same unless you are the creator. You know, you build your spines, you know, probably relatively the same way. So everybody's is different. I'm going to make sure that glue gets nice and dried. Now, I'm not worried about it being over here on this side or this side, because you know what? Either some washi tape or something right there will be better than me adding more paper, because I didn't have room to add paper. So I'm just going to cover this up with my washi tape or something. Like I said, this is a brain dump book that I put together, and like I said, everything that I think of goes in this book. So, and I can always come back to it to make more new ideas. And then once I've got my idea, then I can move over to the other ones. Alright, so this is pretty much dried. Well, not sort of dried, but close to being dried. Make sure that glue is getting right there to the edge. Just keep working it until you get your spine right back where it was to begin with, when it was a smaller spine. Alright, there's that. We did it. Alright, now I'm going to get my signatures ready, because I haven't even done anything to them yet. Like as far as adding tape to them. This is what I'm going to take out. And this is what I'm going to keep. So that's the cover, like I said. And then this one I'm going to keep. This one I'm going to keep. And this one. And this one. Now, if I were to put these in here, now they'll fit. But I'm going to let this dry real good before I start messing with the fins. So I'm going to let that dry for a minute, and then I'm going to put my tape on my fins, and then we'll go from there. And I'll be right back. Okay, I got all my signatures with their tape back on it again. And I went on ahead and did both sides, because I wasn't sure which one I want to stick down for the front or the back of the fin. So I'm actually going to start with this one signature, and I'm going to go ahead and place it to the front side of the signature. So the back side will still have tape on it. And sometimes you just have to, I guess, figure things out. And yeah, so that's what we're doing. So I think it looks pretty good so far. I mean, I'm not giving this book away. This book is mine. I love this book. I'm a very big fanatic of purple. I'm going to smooth out that glue because I don't want that glue to ooze all over my book. And I know it's like silly. Why do you put the tape down and glue two? One should work. Well, you're right about that. But, however, I do it to just give myself a little bit of reassurance that that is not going to go anywhere. Now, I'm going to leave that set so it has time to dry. I'll make sure my signature is pushed in there really good. And it is. And I think I got to be in this house. There, I thought I heard him. Maybe not. Okay. Just make sure you burnish it real good. There we go. So that one's in. And now we're going to do the next one. And I think I'm going to go this way. I'm going to keep on going same way. Alright. I thought that was a bee. That's not a bee. One of my cats is snoring. I think it's Boots. He snores when he sleeps. Alright. Add my glue. I'm laughing because I can hear him snoring over there. He's so funny. He's always got to be in Mama's craft room. Besides, I don't know if you guys remember or not, but a couple of years ago, make sure this is going the right way. And look what I did. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. How am I going to fix this? This has got to go this way. Yes. You see that? Y'all, I was about to put that in upside down. Don't want to do that. Alright, there goes that one. But anyway, like I was saying with Boots, my big old male cat, I think he weighs close to 30 pounds. He's a huge cat. His daddy is a feral cat, and so is his mama, so they were big cats. But so anyway, so Boots has overexceeded his mom. He is way bigger than his mom. His mom looks like a little teacup poodle compared to him. Alright, here goes the next one, and I'm going to place that one right there to that. And make sure it's in correctly. Not upside down. But anyway, so a couple of years ago, my cat winded up pregnant before we could get her scheduled for fixing. And so anyway, she had 3 cats, and she tried to have them on top of me in the bed. And when I realized and woke up to what she was doing, it was time to have the kittens. So I helped her out. We did our best, and we winded up with 3 kittens in 4 hours. Bless her heart, it took her so forever to have her little babies. Alright, and then this one's going to go right here, right up next to this one. And don't go past your score mark, just like before. You want to keep that score mark where it's going to move back and forth. because that's what we make them for, right? Take your time, make sure all of it gets set back up nice and neat. Do a little burnish. Make sure I get those air bubbles out, because if you don't get those air bubbles out, then it winds up coming apart. So we don't want any air bubbles. Stay. Just stay. Alright. And here's our next one, which is the top of my signatures. And what I'm using, you guys, is Fabri-Tac. It's a alcohol, or not alcohol, acetone base glue, and it's great for fabric because it doesn't seep through as much as white glue does. But I'm using this is because I've got multiple layers, and this glue is great for multiple layers. Alright, here we go. Last one in. Get right up there. And right there. And pinch. Want to make sure I'm not moving my other signature because it was trying to dry. But the more I messed with it, the more it came apart. So let's see. Make sure. Yep. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And there you go. There you have it. It is completely rebuilt. And there you have it. Look at there, we redid it. Is that not awesome or what? So now, yes, I have room for more if I wanted to put in there. But I think I'm going to stop with what layers I do have and work within the album to, you know, kind of get more things put in there. Different scenarios. Like I'll show you this one right here. This one opens up like this. So, you know, I think I'm just going to play with what I've got inside and go from there. So see, I still got these 2 pages, and all of this is made out of vanilla folders, you guys. So, and what I'll do is I'll cut strips and I'll put on top of these that I do not add any more layers to. So, and you'll never see it. It'll be just like you redid, or just like you did on the first time. Isn't that awesome? This one is trying to come back out. Come on. There we go. There we go. So we got it, you guys. Yes, so you can destruct your album spine, and yes, you can put it back together in a fashionable way that makes it more room. So that's that, you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and give me a thumbs up if you really liked it and if it was informational for you. So yeah, I'm excited about it. It turned out way better than what I thought. So, and I still have plenty of room to grow, and I am loving it. So, okay guys, so I'm just gonna say from here, I hope you guys liked my video, and give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. And also too, don't forget that I am also giving a journal away. Not this one, it's in another video. It's my composition book, and I'll be giving that to a lucky winner that comments on that video for that journal, and I will send that journal to you completely free as a gift from me, and to say thank you to each and every one of you guys. I read the posts, I look at you guys, I see what content you have, and I go to your channel and I subscribe to as well. So yeah, so as crafters, we stick together, don't we? Like glue. Okay, I'm not the comedian. I'm gonna go. But anyway, I hope you guys have a fabulous day. And thank you so much for being here on this video. And yeah, until the next one, happy crafting, y'all. Bye-bye.